Robin.
All right, really fast. A friend of ours is getting a divorce, Anthony. And I don't know. You know, I don't know. I've hung with the couple many times, and when I think you sent this to me, right?
Yeah.
I was just amazed, absolutely amazed.
You didn't see it coming.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, there's got to be a really good story there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, during our hiatus, I went out to L.A. a lot, and I've been to Barry Williams' his house 3 times.
Yep.
Had the barbecue and smoking the cigars, drinking the martinis. And
invited you to watch the sunrise, sunset. Which one was it?
Well, that was a really quick. I was going to say funny, and I stopped myself. But I was like doing some inline skating down on the beach there. You know, you could go all the way to Venice Beach and Santa Monica Pier, right along the water on your skates. It's very festive, Anthony.
Yes, I've seen it in the movies.
People are biking and running, and you could throw in some skates and just skate along all afternoon long. And I get a phone call from Barry. Hey, I hear you're in L.A. or whatever. I left him a message, and he's like, yeah, I want you to come up to the top of Beverly Hills. Like, he's way up top. Mm-hmm. Overlooking all of Los Angeles and all that. He's like, yeah, come up around 5 and we'll have a cigar and we'll drink some martinis and we'll watch the sun go down.
Oh.
And I'm like, let me call Anthony, because I always call Anthony when I'm in these weird situations.
That's what Robert Reed used to say on the Brady Bunch set. Let's watch the sun go down, Greg.
So I'm like, instead of saying, yeah, I'll be there, I'm like, I got to make a phone call. So
he calls me up.
So I call him like from Venice Beach. I'm just kind of hanging, people watching and stuff. I go, Anthony, here's the deal. Barry Williams, who's been on our show many times in New York, he always said, when you're out to L.A., give me a call and we'll hang. And a lot of our, quote, you can't call them celebrity friends, but a lot of celebrities that have been on our show, they always say that. But then you're in L.A. and you make a few phone calls and you can't get anyone on the phone.
No, they don't want to see you.
No, not at all. They're using you for some promotion, and that's the reality of it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But Barry, no, he was different. He's like, oh my God, yeah, you're here, cool. And he, what I just told you, he wanted to do. So I call up Anthony. I'm like, Anthony, all right, drive up to the top of Beverly Hills Mountain or whatever it's called. Have cigars, steak dinner, martinis, and Anthony's like, wow, sounds great.
I'm like, do you like him? I was all excited. Is he cute?
So watch the end of Survivor.
All right. So then I finally gave you the last piece. I'm like, and he also said, like, make sure you get up there at like 5 so we can watch the sunset. No, I'm listening, Ben. Don't worry.
It's a little
in the
odd.
background, huh?
That's a little odd.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I go, that's a little odd. Like, he wants to. Any of these things separate aren't really that bad, but you put them all together, and all of a sudden you're on a date with Greg Brady.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is like all of a sudden we're sipping a martini and smoking a cigar, and the sun's going down, and all of a sudden like he makes a move, and I have to tell Barry Williams that I'm not gay. Barry, maybe this is a bad time to tell you because I just ate your food and drank your booze and smoked your cigars, but I'm not gay.
He goes, you will be when the roofie hits you.
And then I can imagine I have to, tell him no, and then all of a sudden the sad Brady Bunch music like kicks in or something. Like, right?
Yeah. But Greg, I'm not gay.
Wait, turn that off.
Nice suit, Luis. Always wearing suits, man. Never seen him in anything else. On Aguila with original Mexican music for the entire family. By the way, before I forget, I want to say saludos or orden para Opie and Anthony, que me invitaron a su programa hace una media hora ago. Y también saludos para Jim Norton, un famoso stand-up comedian que está en el programa con O&A. O&A están en XM Canal 202, 202 High Voltage. Why don't you check them out, okay? Because if you don't, they're going to say, uh-oh, Mad Mexican ran all our listeners out. Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton, O&A, XM Canales 202. That's
what are we guilty of?
202, rather, High Voltage. Why don't you check them out, by all means. All right, this is Raúl Brindis. Spends otra noche sin ti. Another night without you. Right, those things are adding up, ain't they, pal?
Would have been funny if you said Jim Norton and you have El Hacko.
Ben Sparks el Grande Burro.
And face is sweet though.
All I heard though was Opie and Anthony, a lot of Spanish. He could have been trashing us, you know?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It sounded happy.
Yeah, but then Jim Norton, that could have been, and the one thing that does weigh the program down, Jim Norton.
Hey, gotta love the man Mexican.
I really do
Very
like
good.
him.
Yeah, we definitely like him.
Gave us a nice plug there. Sure, his demo is right with ours, too.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so, yeah, and then the sad Brady Bunch music would come on when I say,
Greg, I'm not gay. Oh, gee.
So then I called him back.
Yeah.
Because I think you were like, well, try to, feel him out
Feel
a little
it
bit
out
more
a little bit.
and
We're
try to
actually having a discussion
Yeah.
as to whether he should or shouldn't go with
Right.
Greg Brady because it might or might not be a date.
Yeah, but it's freaking Greg Brady. We all grew up
course it
watching the Brady Bunch.
Brady
so
Bunch.
Opportunity to go to his actual pad, you know.
There you go. You gotta.
So I called back, and it ends up, well, my wife will be doing this, and my agents will be there, and this. So I was like, oh, okay, dodge that bullet. All right, I'll be there at 5 to watch the sunset. But
All of a
everybody, yeah, right.
All right, I'll go over to Greg's house. Everything seems fine and dandy now.
Now that I think about it, yeah, music was following him the whole time I was at his mansion.
Here he comes. He's coming into the room with our wine.
One of the most surreal moments, though, you pull up to his place and you ring the, he has the gate around his house, and and all of a sudden you ring the buzzer and you hear Barry's voice, like, who's there or whatever, and I'm like, hey, it's Opie, and he's all happy, and then all of a sudden the front door opens, and then you're thinking to yourself, is that like Greg Brady coming to let me into his house? It's like the strangest feeling ever.
Hey, here he comes.
Yeah.
Just a minute, I'll be right there.
Yeah, all happy.
Dude, running down those stairs. Does the inside of his house look like the Brady Bunch house? That would disappoint me if it didn't.
Yeah, right.
Did you pull up into that driveway by the carport and walk over the AstroTurf to the sliding glass door and walk in to the little den area off the kitchen? Alice making your dinner for the night?
That's terrific.
Step in one of Tiger's logs in the kitchen, and you're wiping up with Oliver's face.
See Mr. Brady come down in his robe looking all weak and skinny.
So then I go in, and he goes, you want to, tour the place? And we're walking around, and I don't know, all of a sudden on the wall there's like pictures of him when he was a lot younger, obviously.
When he was Craig.
Right.
Groovy Craig.
And there's like a picture of him surfing, and I go, wow, where was that taken? I swear to God, just thinking because it's like...
Of course you know where it was taken.
No, but I'm thinking, it's like any other... Like if I'm walking around your place and you have some photos of you on vacation, and it goes, oh, that was taken in Hawaii. And I'm like, of course it was.
Hawaii.
Of course.
The Hawaiian episode.
And I'm like, I was looking at pictures of when he wasn't filming the Hawaiian episode of him just hanging, surfing, and doing whatever.
Did he have the evil tiki on?
No.
The bad luck tiki? No?
And it was just really weird. And then in his living room, he had like every episode of the Brady Bunch on VHS tapes, and it was just strange to be
really,
there, because it was all like Brady Bunch stuff.
How much
he
ass
has
do
that
you
on
think
display?
he got? Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Not
that is kind of weird.
No, it's like you have your films or whatever that you like.
Yeah, but it's within arm's reach. He could pick out an episode, pop it in the VCR, and show people.
Oh yeah.
That is weird.
And then
that
it was
is
like
a little weird.
And then it was like a very Brady Christmas and all that stuff. Yeah. So, but anyway, I saw nothing but happiness in that house. Is what I'm getting at, Anthony. There was
Him and his wife.
There was another time I went there, and he told me we're gonna have a steak dinner, and the same thing. It was always about let's have some steaks and drink martinis and
watch the sunrise.
He loves our radio show. I mean, that's all he talks about with his friends and stuff.
He always had a good time when he came in. That's for sure.
He actually had a friend come by.
Maybe too good of a time is what the problem is.
You can guess who he didn't like on the show.
Ooh.
I got vibes off of me. Hated my guts. Yeah.
He had a friend come over that was about the same age as him. I think Barry's about 50, 51, somewhere around there. And this guy was a doctor and swears that he didn't know what the Brady Bunch was when he met Barry Williams.
Stop it.
I'm like,
it's impossible.
I'm like, there's actually a person out there that has no idea what that there was a show on called
Was
the
it
Brady
the
Bunch?
Dittmeyer kid from next door? No?
It's very good.
He's a doctor now?
But the guy swears, and that's why he's really good friends with Barry, because he just knows Barry as Barry and not as this celebrity whatever that used to be on TV.
He's lying.
He is absolutely lying.
what I
There's
was-
no one that could grow up
He goes. He
in
said
this country.
He said he never watched the show growing up.
You didn't have to watch the show.
It was just part of pop culture.
You
That's
just
what I was
knew
thinking.
Greg Brady.
Right. It was everywhere you looked. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there was another time I came over, and the wife didn't realize I was showing up, and instead of having steak dinner, I watched him and his wife, whispering and pointing at stuff in the refrigerator. And it turned out...
That's an odd thing to see.
Well, because I was there for dinner.
Yeah.
And, usually there's like a maid or some help that is like...
Alice, we know.
Yeah.
She's in the center square.
Serving food and drinks and stuff, but when I arrived, obviously there was no help around, and obviously the wife had no idea that I was coming by. So what they were doing at the refrigerator...
Now, Greg, when you have guests over, it's always polite to have something available for them to eat. I'm sorry, Dad. How about this hog? You want to eat that?
So what they were doing at the refrigerator was pointing out like leftovers that I was going to
You're going to eat some very Brady leftovers?
So I had leftovers, some kind of fettuccine with like peas and a cream sauce.
What if they're the people that kind of scrape it from their plate back into the container because they don't expect guests?
I had Barry's leftovers there, Anthony, and then...
you know what I noticed?
And then he had, just really fast, because I looked at my plate of food going, ugh, I hate this. And he had a nice spaghetti with a nice...
Ew, he gave you like crap.
And his was a nice meat sauce, and it was just... smelling very fresh, and mine was kind of crusty because it's been in the fridge a while.
How about ordering some takeout?
Yeah.
Some Chinese food.
But it was just really funny to see him and his wife at the refrigerator discussing,
I didn't expect this asshole to come over.
Look, I told him to come yesterday. We watched it. He put a scented log in. He started the fire. All right? We have to have him back.
Why did you invite him over? I didn't invite him. He just shows up.
Our listeners are a bunch of asses.
For some reason, Opie goes to California. He doesn't get a hotel room. He just stays with Bob Eatman. He stays with me.
Line 6, Fred in Texas. Javalog with Greg Brady. No. And then line 7, Kevin in Philly. No, I'm not going on the phones. I'm just quickly going over them. Line 7, Kevin in Philly. Ope called in for a Javalog because I forgot mine.
Javalog.
I don't want him here. Every time he comes, the marshmallows disappear. I don't know what he does. I didn't know I was married to Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, we're going to get
talk
into that a
second.
little later.
That's a very good segue. Anyway, Anthony, the news out of Hollywood, and I'm very surprised because I saw just a loving couple. I really did.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm really surprised when you emailed this to me. But Barry Williams, a very Brady split.
Oh, they got to put that in there.
Growing up,
Very
Brady apparently didn't do much for Barry Williams' love life, Anthony. The former sitcom star who played Greg in the blended family series is in the midst of his second marital breakup. After wife Ella Mary Matt Williams filed for divorce on Tuesday. This was, I guess, last Tuesday.
So the wife filed, huh?
Yeah.
What did she do for a living? She had money too, right?
She was like
a banker or something?
Like international banking. I mean, like loaded, like a bigwig in the financial world.
Now, does he have a lot of money? Because I know back in those days, I don't think they did the residuals the way they started probably in the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, did he have money from that?
He obviously did real well with his career and stuff, but not like the sitcom stars of today. They don't get the residuals. So I heard that she just made a boatload of money.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
A bigwig? Was she as big as the wig Jan wore in that episode? She went to the party and tried to change her personality by wearing the big wig.
I'm the new Jan Brady.
I'm the new Jan Brady. It's my imaginary boyfriend, George Glass.
The couple married since 1999, formally separated earlier this month.
Uh-oh.
Meaning, right around the new year. Ella Williams requested,
Here's the weird part.
This is where it gets a little ugly. In my opinion, Ella Williams requested sole custody of the pair's 2-year-old son and asked that Barry Williams only be permitted to visit with a nanny present.
What does that mean? Uh-oh.
Maybe they're afraid he'll take the kid. Let's go look.
What, like take and run off?
It happens.
Who the hell's not going to see Greg Brady, though?
No, I'm not.
Where's he going to hide? It's Greg Brady.
I'm just saying that because there's a possible reason. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't want to make any like Woody Allen-ish, accusations. It could just be because
right.
She's afraid he'll take off, or she's being a ballbuster.
Well, I mean, obviously something happened.
Yeah.
Concerning Barry, obviously.
Do you think that the kid knocked his prime rim over?
Pride rim? Oh, my God. I knew what you meant, but Jesus.
I really did
I thought
butcher
he said
that.
prime
Pride
rim.
rim.
His pride rim.
His pride rim. His nice chrome one he put on his van. It's wonderful. And he knocked it over, went clang.
Got kicked right in the laver.
Pride rim.
Ugh, Jim from Moonaki, I suck. Pride rim.
Oh, El Bamo, as they're saying on the other channel right now. Jim Norton, El Bamo.
El Jim Norton.
Reporta de Iowa, que ahí se está nevando en Iowa ahorita y va al rumbo de South Texas, Rio Grande Valley de Texas. Going to be here in Roberto Pulido later on in the hour for Vámonos, let's go.
Oh, he throws English in.
Oi!
Oi! Oi! Oi! Arriba! Arriba!
Hey, Holmes. Some good stuff.
That's the Mad Mexican where...
It's actually really good, man.
I might check that. I might sample that station.
what channel was he on
I
again?
don't know. What was that song you was just playing? That was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like a rip-off of Children of the Grave, though.
All right, anyway, so it's a developing story, but
Yeah. She might be doing it for a little more leverage.
I honestly did not see that coming. I've been to his house 3 times easily in L.A. I've talked to both of them on the phone a couple times, and even Ben and I actually ran into them at. Oh no, not ran into them. We had dinner with Barry and his wife and a bunch of couples from what, Connecticut or something. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember those asses?
Remember,
Hold on, let me get your mic on.
the funniest thing was
Well, hold on. The funniest thing is coming.
Wait,
Wait,
let me stand
I
up.
heard-
What
I
happened?
heard-
Hold on.
Andy, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard
He
that.
said the funniest thing. Now, this isn't just something funny.
Yeah.
This is
This now, what we're going to hear is the funniest thing.
Tyson. You heard that, right?
Yeah, it's the funniest.
You've seen some funny things, probably.
But this will take it.
This is now funnier than any of that because it is, as he has put it, the funniest thing.
Richard Pryor live in concert? Nothing compared to this.
Nah, stop it. Eddie Murphy, Delirious?
Nothing.
Garbage.
And you brought your laughing cap, right? Tyson
It's on.
has put the laughing cap on, so
People,
we're now
I
ready
beg
for
you, please strap in.
All
Pull
right.
over, folks, if you're driving, because a real laugh is coming.
This is Ben's A material, if I do say myself.
The funniest thing.
The funniest thing about Barry Williams and his wife and having dinner in New York that time,
Yes.
right?
All right.
All right, Ben, we're all
Ben,
prepared.
we're all ready. We all have our smiles ready to go.
Ope's talking about the radio show to one of Barry's friends from New Cane, and he's like, "Why don't you guys broadcast from another country on a boat?" Remember that? That was funny.
Play a new game. When I'm around, you say something stupid like that, punch you in the face.
Wow.
That was funny stuff.
Terrific. That wouldn't even be funny if Natalie Wood said it as she was falling off.
Well, another
Scott Peterson had a funnier boat story. The Modesto Follies.
another gem from Ben Sparks, everyone.
It's the story gloob, 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 gloob,
Of a man named Scotty.
who was drowning 2 cock blockers of his own.
Well, all right, there you
Little
go.
fetus in one of those squares. The Peterson.
I will say this much though: walking around with Barry Williams through New York, through Midtown, that guy's so famous everywhere. He can't walk
Yeah.
2 feet without.
No,
everybody.
Well, that's why that guy's full of crap saying he doesn't know, didn't know who he was. Stop it! The guy can't walk
we
without
went to-
being mobbed.
We went to another place to have drinks, and I'm telling you, man, they were so happy that it's going to be really interesting when the story comes out because they always do. And women between the ages of like 30 and 50 just all wanted pictures with Barry Williams. Of
course.
wherever we went.
Maybe she's. I heard rumor has it they were in the house. She was listening through a vent and actually heard him propositioning a girl, and it turned out to be a goat. It was and she was upset by that because she thought he was cheating with a girl, and it turned out to be a goat. And he later asked to have the goat join in.
That's really
in the bedroom.
Well, wasn't there a time though too that she like really thought that he was planning a surprise party?
Yeah,
And she kept running in with her arms out, and he kept going, "What do you want, you annoying whore? There's no party."
And nothing. And then there was a time she had actually, because she's a bigwig in the banking business, she had some important bank documents, and she asked him to bring them to the office, and he got on his bicycle, and the tube, he found some girl that he knew and left the tube in her station wagon and drove off and lost the important documents. And then actually gave him a second chance, and he lost it again while he was looking at magazines of hot rods.
And wasn't there also a time like they bought for their bedroom some sex toys, and he couldn't put them together because he's not mechanically inclined?
I believe that was his brother.
Well, yeah, but she also complained she didn't like him smoking in the house and calling her parents by their first name.
That was true, yeah. And his alter ego, Johnny Bravo, was getting to be a bit much. His singing around the house. Yeah.
All right. Well,
thank you, Todd.
Anthony, why don't we go to break with something? Remember last week we played the Charles Kuralt bit, Montana Crotch Rat?
Yes, it was an old bit we hadn't heard in years.
And then we had someone in studio. Who was in studio?
Was it a big, famous movie star?
Someone was recently saying that one of the funniest things they ever heard was the Mike Brady thing. Remember that last week?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't remember.
Patrice or Voss? Because I don't remember hearing that, so I'm assuming it was on a day that I wasn't there, which could have been Friday.
Could have been. Could have been Voss.
Maybe it was Voss?
Yeah. Adam Ferrara was in on this one.
We haven't heard this in a really long time, but it's a whole Mike Brady bit we did.
Yes.
When we found out that he was that he was gay and all that. So.
Ben, is it funny?
We really don't know. Honestly, we have no idea if this is funny. We haven't heard this in a couple of years.
Haven't heard it in a while.
So let's go to this, and we'll continue. Is Elo coming in soon?
I don't know. Was he booked on another show? He's hard to get.
Getting all the top guests for our Washington visit.
I hear Elo's being cock-blocked by the Mad Mexican who said if he goes on our show, he's never going on his show.
Well, no, he actually, Ben emailed Eric Logan, and Eric said, no, forward this to my producer, because he couldn't be a man and answer himself, so he forwarded it to his female producer.
Yee-hoo!
Oh.
Is it over?
Let's see if the Mad Mexican
going to pop back on?
Coming back on. No, he just went with the seg.
El no-o.
El no-o. All right, the Mike Brady thing.
Mike Brady designed the Brady house.
Right.
And he didn't design any backs on the stairs leading up to the kids' room. And there was a place where there was bushes under the stairs for someone to hide.
Mm-hmm. So you thought Mr. Brady was under the stairs checking out his daughters and his sons.
I knew he was. He designed the house. Marcia! Marcia, Davy Jones is here for you. Marcia! Oh, yeah. Come on down those stairs. You hot bitch. Look at you. Yeah.
Mike!
What?
Mike!
What do you want?
Can you call Cindy down?
Cindy?
I need Cindy. Tiger ate the mail again.
Oh, Cindy! Cindy, come down, but could you wear that little Shirley Temple outfit you wore with the dress? Don't be scared. I'll be right under the stairs. I'm just under the stairs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lisp for me. You're the dirtiest Brady of them all.
Thief, bite a thief.
You're a dirty girl, aren't you?
Thief.
Mike!
Mike! You fag hag! What?
Why are my panties stretched out, Mike?
Why are you asking me? Alice's fat ass is probably in them.
That's probably it, Mike.
Oh, well, I need Jan. Jan has to come down. My God, I have to reprimand her for not wearing her glasses. She could have killed herself. Oh, yeah, strut down those stairs. You little Brady. Yeah, you're a filthy Brady girl. Oh, stop on the stairs. Stop right there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Dad, can I turn your office into a room for me?
Greg?
Yeah, Dad.
Now, Greg, we're going to have to talk about this because an office is a lot of responsibility. I want you to come down here and I'll meet you in the office.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, look at that Johnny Bravo ass in those pants.
Dad, can I call you Mike?
Yeah, call me whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm going to take you to the Grand Canyon.
Really, Dad?
Yeah.
But I want to sing.
Sing into the microphone, son. All right.
That's not a microphone.
Oh.
It's winking at me. Dad, you're Jewish.
Bobby! Bobby!
Yeah, Dad!
Come on down here. We're going to play on the trampoline.
I wish I was taller.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang on the monkey bars to get taller.
You jump up and down on that trampoline. I'm looking right up your shorts leg. Yeah. Boy, that looks like a plucked chicken, doesn't it? Yeah, not a hair on there. Wow.
You forgot Peter.
Peter! Peter!
We're all out of pork chops and apple straws.
Oh, that's okay, Peter. Come on down.
All right.
Come on down and I'll feed you sausage. That's what you want, sausage. Oh, walk down those stairs. Look at you. You get an afro just like Dad's. I bet you have one of those Brady afros in your pants, too, don't you? Yeah. Time to change, isn't it?
Dad, Jan's yelling at me because he's using my hairbrush.
Shut up and get on the bunk bed. Oh, here comes Greg again. Those are groovy glasses, Greg. You know, you were caught smoking, but no one has to know. I won't tell Mom if you just help out old Dad.
It wasn't my jacket, Dad. It wasn't my jacket.
I don't care.
Why are you putting the jacket over my head?
Now we're gonna smoke a cigar. Come here, Greg. This is a fine cigar. I call this the Pink Tip White Owl. You're gonna like the draw on this one.
Hi, Mr. Brady. Is Alice home?
Hey, Sam. To come over here and show me some meat.
All right, as long as Alice isn't home.
Okay, very good. That was...
Can we leave on an up note?
I doubt it.